Okay, today I'm with Cary, and this is Cheyenne, and Cary has helped me video some footage on my horses. And when I met Cary, we would talk a little bit about her horses and what she did or didn't do, and why. So I'm going to have Cary tell us a little bit about this mare, why she got the mare, what her expectations were for the mare in purchasing her, and where she is today with not just this horse, but her gelding also. And then we're going to do some work on this mare.
Okay.
Hi, Cary.
Hi. So I bought Cheyenne about 4.5 years ago after I moved up here, thinking that I was giving my horse such a beautiful place to live. And then he had promptly freaked out because he wasn't used to being alone. And so I thought, I need to get a companion animal now. So I found her fairly quickly. I liked what she looked like. My gelding has a real strong withers, and I thought she had a better back as far as she wasn't as up here. And I brought her home, and there was a transition period where they got to know each other. And then I thought, well, I know what I'm doing, so I took her to the round pen, and I started to move her around the round pen, and she listened to me for about 5 minutes, and then she turned at I think she was cantering or loping, whatever, and she came up to me and she just stopped in front of my face, and then I couldn't get her to move off of me. So every time I moved to get her to move, she just followed me. And it was just I stopped because I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. And I tried again a little bit later, and again, nothing happened. So my expectation of her was primarily, initially, to be a companion animal. And after my second attempt, I thought, maybe I don't want to do this. There was also an incident with a farrier where he told a friend of mine that I should just shoot her because she was a dangerous animal. Because he backed her up into a tree, and then she sort of charged him a little bit, and he thought she was evil and bad, and I should shoot her because it would be too much trauma for her to have to go through trusting people and going through training.
So here, let me interrupt you just for a second, because hold that thought.
Sure.
But to me, I've been watching Cary a little bit, because when I watch horses and I watch behavior and I watch people, and for so many years trying to connect people with their horses, figuring out with them how to either fix their partnership, right, or do they move on. And this mare, I've talked a lot about how a relationship's going to go between horse and human. And Cary went to other, if you would, instructors, and tried to take, riding lessons, learning what she could. And so many people have fallen through this, I want to call it like rabbit hole of, because somebody rides a little bit more than somebody else, and then they become an instructor. But I find on some ends that people, and like Cary's, she got put over her head, she got hurt, she had other people dictating to her what she should and shouldn't have, and she's going along believing that these people had her best interest at heart. And really, I don't see where this mare is a danger to anybody. She just was going to train Cary because Cary knew less than probably the person before Cary.
She has, when she doesn't like what's going on, she'll turn her butt towards you and start kicking at you. And also, she's deathly afraid of anything spray, and she will not take anything in her mouth. So she doesn't take warmer. And again, that's probably her training me more so than me being firm. And one of my injuries was with my right shoulder, so both horses have learned kind of that if they strongly pull in one direction on that shoulder, that I'll probably let go. So I've trained them. And yes, the trainings that I've had are sort of hodgepodge. First it was English, then it was Western, then it was discipline. So it's all different.
And there's so much information out there, and it's hard. It's one thing that I've talked about quite a bit about regulating. Everything else is regulated. Why can't we have like real horse?
Well, and I have a very extensive horse library, and I can read things, but it's different reading than it is watching. So you can read all about having a calm demeanor, photo of someone that has a combinator, but it's totally different when they're working.
Now I want to ask you a question, Cary, and then we're going to take her to the round pin, and I'm going to round pin her.
Okay.
Because at first I was thinking I would have you round pin her, but then I thought, you know what? We already know by what you're saying that she's already kind of bullied you a little bit in your guys' little friendship,
Yeah.
and that she's like, no, you're the feed lady, you're the brush lady, but you're not the round pin lady, right? You're not the lady that's gonna, and I'll ride you, maybe, then you're not riding me.
Right.
So I think what I'll do is, because we know that you already have that, instead of putting you in a position that makes what we already know is an uncomfortable position, then I'm going to round pin her and see what she's going to do, see if any of that ugliness is going to raise up, because she doesn't really know me. I met her, I looked at her head. What did I tell you?
Her head was narrow, which means that she gets angry easily.
Was I right?
Yes, you were right.
Okay. Because I had never even seen her even do anything, just out in the pasture, correct?
Correct. When she was a baby, she got tangled up in barbed wire, and on the other side of her face, her eyelid has a divot out of it, which was probably one of the reasons why they wanted to get rid of her, because she's not perfect. But I wonder also if her vision or that side might have a problem, but that's just...
Now, watching me and listening to me talk about left and right-headedness, do you think maybe some of that comes into a little more play?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so it can kind of maybe start to change your mind about the dipple or the bob wire or whatever, because we've all, as kids, we've all fallen off our bikes, or horses, or, whatever, back of a four-wheeler. We get bumps, bruises, stitches, and all that, but does it make us go, oh, we're less human?
It doesn't.
No.
And that was just something that came to me, maybe explaining some of her weird behavior and she probably won't do what she does with me, with you. So.
Well, we're going to take her to the round pin now, so we don't get too awful lengthy. I'm going to round pin her, and then I'm just going to see what she does, and then we're probably going to do some more videos and try to see if we can get a connection. Maybe some bad habits stopped, and it's going to be a little bit of a work, but my idea is, and I waited for Cary to come to me, because I had said to Cary first, if you want to do something, I'm here. If you want to do something, I'm here. And so we'll just go on with other horses. And then today was the first day she said, I would like to do something. I was like, all right, then we're going to do something. But I don't believe in throwing people over their head and putting people in positions that they aren't comfortable, because to me, it'd be like throwing a kid in a pool that can't swim and telling him to hold his breath and swim. That's fear, right? And we know horses and fear don't mix.
Right. And since I got her on my own without anybody else to help me with training, so it was just on me. So everything I did, it was like, I have to stop, because if I do it wrong, or if I could train her absolutely wrong. So being able to see you work with her and your timing and how you react to her and everything is going to help me with that example.
And I don't know what's going to come out of this can, of her, but whatever it is, we're going to do everything that would be appropriate for the situation.
Right.
Okay, so I don't want to think, because sometimes we're like, oh, you hit her, but it's like, no, if she comes at me kicking, she's going to get a awakening call.
Definitely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because nothing worse than getting your head kicked off by a 1,000-pound horse.
We talk about horses being fight or flight. Well, I know there's fight or flight, but I do freeze. So when she starts acting like that, I'm like going, oh shit, and I don't know, I'm freezing. So it'll be good to have an example of something other than freeze.
Right. Okay. Well, do you want to walk her in the pen? Okay.
I'm going to go around.
Oh, because, the grass is wet right there.
And also there's hoses and stuff.
Well, this is good, because I just want to see, do you think the hoses would bother her? Or do you think that just bothers you, and you feel, don't do anything that's going to, I'm just asking a question, because it gives, if you go through it without reservation, but you've already, okay, because you second guessed it right there.
Right.
And I always believe in having a purpose and having a clear, what's the worst scenario in this situation? But I don't want you fearful. But what you need to do, there's two things.
I can go that way instead of around that way. So, yeah, that's okay. I don't think she'll balk at that. Also, she'll probably want grass. So, if she's not going to freak. She's just going to want grass.
Okay. Well, then just pull her head up and don't let her, coming from somebody who lets mine munch after they work. Oh, that little bit of a, but that was good. There was nothing. She gave a little, but that was nothing. So what I say is just go ahead and unsnap. Yeah. And then I'm going to let you take over the filming. Yep. And we're going to let her look because she's kind of looking at the tarp and looking at the boys, and the boys are looking at her.
Yeah, she likes blue.
And Blue's like, hello, darling. All right, so I want her to look, because she's going to look and kind of go like that, and if she's rounded in. And that gauging, when they put their head to the ground, I like that, because they're just gauging things, and she needs to feel okay. So I don't want to hustle her, but I'm going to give her a minute just to say, oh. And then once that, and the reason I do that is because then she can't come back at me and be all pissed off that she didn't, you're the reason, because they will blame you, right, for this. So if she's over there and that thing's moving and the wind's kind of moving and you can see, she's like, oh, not a big deal.
She thinks the poop's more attractive.
Well, she's smelling boys.
Yeah. Right.
So see that little thing of disrespect? Yeah, that little thing's of disrespect. Oh, you're making.
Yep.
You see, every time she tries to switch back, it's a body position, Cary.
Yes.
I drive at her hip, and we're going to have to re-drive at her hip because she's looking for me to be out of position right here.
Yep.
And that's, so if you're always like, okay, why are they doing that? I've had so many people. Even my daughter at one point, I had to say, you're too far to the shoulder. No, I'm not. When he turns back, you're too far at the shoulder. And body language, and depending too, from the scale of 1 to 10, how soft they are,
Right.
right? How smart they are. So she's good, and that kind of somebody at that point that coming up is because they're that I really believe, and I've seen that a lot of horses like that join up things.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they come in, then they come in and go, okay, we're done.
Yep.
So her thing is like, because she's looking to me, okay, I did what I was supposed to, I'm going to come in, we're done, I'm a good horse. She's not a bad horse, she's just a product of what she's been taught prior to you, from you, Cary.
Right.
And we want her attention a little bit. Look at her, she's thinking about it, and she hasn't turned back. That's when she's thinking about it, but she's like, oh, every time I get driven forward. That a girl. That a girl.
would scare. I can't tell you how many people would scare. They turn a kick like that at them. They'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
You know, she ain't gonna do it very long.
No, she doesn't.
She ain't gonna do it. She won't do it. I mean, now she's asking me, can I? Can I? And I just want her to jog like this and relax. I want her to relax. She even went like, "Babe, will Cary see me?" That's funny that she's like now asking, "Can I go to Cary? Cary, see me? Get this person out." Good girl, starting to drop her head. Whoa. I don't necessarily want her running in on me. I want her attention, and she's watching that ear. If that ear comes back, that eye's on me. I might not have both her eyes. I don't need both her eyes necessarily, but I need her because, you know, how long's it been since she's been really like handled?
A couple years.
Yeah. Good girl. Her demeanor's really kind of solid. She's getting kind of settling down. That's a habit thing. You know that habit's 21 days to form or break a habit. Good girl. That usually down on the ground's a letdown. Those are good signs.
Okay.
I like the way she's soft. She's not like doinky doinky doinking around there like some of mine do, like they're fresh. Oh, it's playtime. Good girl. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Some guys will probably use a flag, you know, and I'm not a big, to be honest, I just have never used them a lot, so I try to stick with the tools that I use. Like, I thought, oh, maybe I'll pull out a rope and rope. But for her, we were talking a few years, it hasn't done much. She come out, she did display her behavior that she did.
Right.
And just that few little bit, don't you think she kind of demeanor went
Yes.
down and started to focus?
Well, sometimes I think she treats me like a baby. You know, like she has to come up and then she protects me from Rio, which is another behavior I didn't speak about. So sometimes she's really soft and sweet, but if you ask her to do something she doesn't want to do, that's when I get in trouble.
Right. Well, it's funny that you say that because she's put you in the position behind herself in the horse and pecking order. So I'm going to ask her then just to move. And I have not seen this mare lick. She's put her head down. She's bumped me, but she's not like giving me the benefit. Okay.
Well, when I first got her, the first few days was nice, but maybe next time she'll have thought about it and she might act a little different.
Well, this is what we're going to find out.
Yeah.
So she's going to go home, whether everything that I ask her to do, and I'm being kind to her. She's processing all this. But when I ask her to move and she doesn't move, and I get, and I'm not getting belligerent at her. I'm not whooping on her. I'm not doing. So she's not. And she has to say, well, okay, she's just strong. But I do like the fact that she feels like okay to relax, even though she's not. There she goes. I was gonna say, even though she didn't give it up, she just kind of took a half sigh. We're just gonna talk, and I pet her, and her
That's
pasture friend is having a little bit of a, but she's not, and she's very lucky. I'm looking at that, her. It just took a clean notch out of her eyelid, but her eye looks great.
right.
Yeah.
I put fly masks on them in the summer just because she won't be able to keep the...
There's nothing that.
Okay.
Yeah. Good girl. And I can see why, because I could tell you what I got, what this mare could do, and if she was vicious, what she would have done is right there when she's holding it and she's coming up, she could just go boom like a rattlesnake at me, and she's not.
I've never noticed biting behavior. She mostly does kicking behavior.
Well, or whatever. I mean, they
Yeah.
can be getting her up in the front, or spin, or do whatever. And I'm not like, even though I have this on the end, but look at her now, she's paying attention. Those feet. She's paying a little more attention because she's like, okay, and shoot.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Those are good things. So, do you think, if I was to ask you, do you think now, even if she was just around him, just jogging, do you think you could round him?
I would be willing to try.
If I'm in the pin with you and just position you at every spot, which is going to be, because I'll hold the camera,
Yeah.
and the main thing is that you're going to have to, you see how I walk that
Sure,
circle?
yeah.
There's a big circle.
Right. Okay. 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 Yeah.
Or you have to stay like you're driving. Here we go. That's where you need to.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Right now?
Right now.
Okay.
So just come on in with the phone.
Sorry about the noise. And that noise.
So what I'm going to do is we're going to always, of course, she's by nature, because that's what she's been taught, is to draw up like we're done, but we're not done. So what we're going to do is we got the horse. We're going to go over here. Okay, good. Now drive. Okay, right there. You're going to drive. At her hip. You're going to stay right where I'm at. There you go. Good. And now when she's doing it, you don't want it too much, but you start to see her. See, your body stops and she's hip. There you go. Don't get too close to her either. There you go. Come on. There you go. Good. You can throw it out at... There you go. Good. Come on. Hot. Don't let her trap you now. That little behavior of I'm just going to stop and let you come into me. Kiss too. There you go.
My kiss isn't as strong as your kiss.
That's all right. I've had a lot of years of kissing.
Let's not go there. Come on.
Now don't run at her. I don't want you. Okay, we're going to be consistent. The whole idea is just to be. So I'll kiss, you swing. There you go. Good. Now she's going. Good. Now you kind of slow your swing. It's your body. when you slow down, you'll watch her slow down, right?
Yeah.
When your body quits, she quits. Don't go into her.
Oh.
Don't go into her because that's setting her up to do that to you, okay? Get out of there. There's. So I wanted to see what was causing that, okay? You're coming into her, which is a threat to, she perceives it as a threat, which we know you're not threatening her.
No.
But don't lunge your body at her like that, okay?
So stay back.
Yeah, we're gonna stay, you're in your circle, so your circle's here, okay? And only time that when I throw that rope out is because her body is getting too close to me. And she's falling in, what we call falling in.
Okay.
We don't want to go out that circle. So I'm going to start her for you, okay? And I'm going to hand it to you.
Okay.
There you go. All right, here you go, right in front of you. At her hip. Don't get up by her flank. There you go. Stay in your circle at her hip. There you go. Where I'm at. We're just driving.
Out of the circle.
It's okay, but I don't want you lunging at her like you did. Okay, and we're not going to go up to her. So let me see something here. So now I know what and you're gonna watch this, and you're gonna watch this, and you're gonna watch this,
Okay.
and you're gonna see. It's gonna get second. You're gonna see.
Okay.
Okay, because you felt it.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna watch it.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna quit on that, and I'm gonna have you in here, and you can film me from in here because I want you to feel. So you got her.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna start her. Good girl. Sit down, see. Good girl. Don't you? Gonna get in trouble because she just tried me because she's like, oh. Good girl. Good girl. I want her to be good. And I want her to move too. She needs to move like this. Good girl. Whoa. And she's looking to stop because she's tired.
Yeah.
See how I'm here at her tail head?
Yep.
Good girl. See how I keep my distance
Yes.
right here, but I'm at her. I've really got to drive her.
Yep.
Because if I get up here, watch what she does.
Stops. Yeah.
Okay? And I'm really kind of at her flank in the back of her rib cage.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm going to roll her. Okay. Good girl. Here. Ready? And too, Cary, you gotta, I like the fact that she's chewing,
Mhm.
but with you in her, whether you choose to do more
Mhm.
or you choose to say, I'm not, but I feel like I got
Yeah.
through something, right?
Right.
That's entirely up to you. Absolutely up to you. But just so that you know, and I tell people this all the time, when you have a situation where the horse has put himself above the owner, like some people call them, oh, they're good people trainers, she's all that. Hers is because she reasons like a horse. Her whole identity of position is, I'm horsey 1, you're horsey 2, and maybe Rio's horsey 3. Indicates why she goes between you and him when you're in there.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because if you're her buddy and you're her second horsey buddy,
Mhm.
the scratching partner, right, brushing, the feed, you're meeting her needs.
Yep.
He then isn't as much because he ain't doing those needs and he's a gelding.
Right.
And we're both mares.
Right.
But I'm the boss mare.
Yes.
And you're over here.
Yes.
So what happens is she's not going to want to give that up to you. But the transforming of thinking and the process of where we are,
Yeah.
when do we go, when do we not? Same thing when we're talking about the sheep and the gate and the go and not go. It's all about like watching the demeanor, watching the thinking, where they're slowing down, and the more that you are watching that for your position, you can watch all the horsey videos and things, but here's the deal, they need to be designed around the horse you're working with and what your trouble is.
Right.
And that's where I think that question was asked to me, what do you bring into it? Like, what's your gimmick? And I hate that word gimmick because there's a lot of gimmicks. The thing that needs to be brought in for me is that you design something for that particular person and their horse and their troubles.
Yes.
Once they can conquer that trouble, it's one horse, one person at a time. People might identify with this because they may be in the same situation,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to say, oh, but is your horse more aggressive? See, those are the things that people need to figure out. Who is the individual they own? And how did it get here? Well, because she's pretty strong, but she's smart. Or she tried me a little bit to see what are you made of? Like, who are you? And I tell people all the time, there's a point where it's not like you're going to go into it and go, oh, I'm the big, and the horse is like, okay, yeah, okay, I read your book, I watched your video, you know what you're doing, right? Oh, I'm scared. No, he's like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? And so many times I've had them where they've gone through a lot of situations and they're like, yeah, and what are you going to do? And there's times I've had to stay up at night and formulate something that's going to get through that individual.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a little story, because I've had people tell me, we want you to tell more stories, and they're all horsey related. So my 08 Mustang, Samson, at Cal Expo, I had him in the Hackmore. We made it to the finals, nice full pack people, and he had a real issue about all eyes on me, like, and I said to people, they got it, and I told Penny, people got to quit staring at him like he's a shish kebab, because he's really feeling like one right now, and he's like, oh. And he just got closer and closer to me, like, I came with you, I leave with you, I came with you, I leave with you, they eat me, they eat you, right? It's like, no. So John Lyons, and the horse was just, and he needed a security blanket. So John Lyons walks up and he says, here, I'll take him. And, you know, the horse then, John's trying to leave him away, and now I'm really caused because I'm watching his behavior, and he's like, oh no, mother, oh my God, right? And he just rips away from John. And the Hackmore comes off, and he goes running so I go running, right? I like leave Patty home and all the people. And this lady had the audacity to come up to me and say the next day, I just knew when John Lyons got a hold of him, it would have been okay. And I'm like, no, he didn't read his book.
Nope.
I didn't know, what do you say to that? So I run by John and I'm like, now I gotta fix what you broke. And it was, and he's a wonderful man, and it was like,